New government orders. U.S. airlines and airports must tighten security and be on guard for terrorist attacks. Researchers find a genetic flaw that helps make people fat. This discovery could someday help make people thin. And the death and life of Jerry Garcia. What a long, strange trip it's been.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Good evening. The U.S. government says there's reason to believe Americans could once again become the targets of a terror attack. So the FAA is telling airports and airlines operating in this country to tighten their security. CBS News correspondent Bob Orr has more about what's behind the order and the impact it's likely to have on travelers.
It's the first time since the Persian Gulf War that federal officials have tightened security at the nation's airports to guard against possible terrorist attacks.
This increase in security is based on information provided by federal law enforcement and intelligence agencies, which I cannot discuss in detail.
CBS News has learned the alert is in part a response to anti-American rhetoric from the Middle East, following the arrest in New York of Mousa Abu Marzook. Abu Marzook is the alleged political director of the militant Islamic group Hamas, which today faxed this statement to the Reuters news service in Syria, warning the Clinton administration of, quote, negative effects and dangerous consequences.
These groups will do that sort of thing. And to them, an airplane full of people is no different from a building full of people. They'll do it. And they'll do it in the United States, as the World Trade Center showed. They'll do it anywhere they choose.
Federal officials have grown increasingly concerned about security, given the upcoming trial of additional suspects in the World Trade Center bombing, and this fall's scheduled visit by Pope John Paul II to New York and Baltimore. In January, plots uncovered in the Philippines targeting the Pope and U.S. airlines prompted the FAA to order pat-down searches of all passengers flying from Asia to the United States. Today's security directive doesn't go that far, but luggage and passengers will be screened more carefully, likely causing delays. The airline industry, while cooperating, questions whether the alert is necessary, absent any specific threat against aviation.
Our concern is that this needlessly scares the traveling public. We question whether airlines are being singled out.
In fact, the warning is not limited to airlines. The Clinton administration has ordered all federal agencies to review security in what one official called this increasingly dangerous world. Bob Orr, CBS News, Washington.